Deuteronomy 28 stands as a pivotal chapter, presenting a Bible study of two paths, obedience and disobedience. It outlines the blessings that will follow faithfulness to God's law. Conversely, it details the curses that will befall the Israelites should they stray from their covenant. The chapter's structure is simple yet effective. It begins by enumerating the blessings bestowed upon those who diligently observe God's commandments. These blessings encompass every aspect of life, from abundant harvests and economic prosperity to victory in battle and a position of honor among nations. Conversely, the latter half of Deuteronomy 28 paints a grim picture of the curses that await those who choose disobedience. These curses range from disease and famine to military defeat and exile, serving as a sobering reminder of the consequences of unfaithfulness. This dichotomy underscores a fundamental principle of the covenant relationship between God and the Israelites. Blessings flow from obedience, while curses stem from disobedience. The blessings outlined in Deuteronomy 28 paint a vivid picture of a life blessed by God. Imagine a land overflowing with milk and honey, where fields teem with crops and livestock flourish. This is the promise extended to the Israelites should they remain faithful to the covenant. Their cities would be strong and populous, their homes filled with the laughter of children. Peace would reign within their borders, and their enemies would be powerless against them. God's favor would be evident in every aspect of their lives. This prosperity, however, was not merely material. Deuteronomy 28 also emphasizes spiritual blessings. The Israelites would be known as God's chosen people, set apart for His purposes. Their faithfulness would serve as a testament to the nations, drawing others to the worship of the one true God. The blessings described in Deuteronomy 28 offer a glimpse into the fullness of life intended for those who walk in obedience to God's law. In stark contrast to the blessings of obedience, Deuteronomy 28 presents a chilling account of the curses that await those who forsake God's covenant. Imagine a once fertile land now barren and desolate, plagued by drought and famine. The Israelites are warned that disobedience will bring about sickness, poverty, and defeat. Their enemies will overpower them, their cities will lie in ruin, and they will be scattered among foreign nations. Even more harrowing are the spiritual consequences of disobedience. Deuteronomy 28 speaks of mental anguish, a sense of hopelessness, and the loss of God's presence. The once covenant people would become indistinguishable from the nations, stripped of their identity and their relationship with God. These curses, described in vivid detail, serve as a stark reminder of the gravity of sin and its devastating consequences. Deuteronomy 28 leaves no room for doubt. Disobedience to God's law leads to suffering and separation from Him. To fully understand the weight of Deuteronomy 28, one must grasp the concept of covenant in the Old Testament. Imagine a solemn agreement, a binding contract between two parties. This is the essence of the covenant God established with Abraham and renewed with Moses. It was not a one-sided agreement. God promised to bless and protect the Israelites, to make them a great nation and give them the promised land. In return, the Israelites were to remain faithful to God, worshipping Him alone and obeying His laws. This covenant formed the bedrock of their relationship. It was a testament to God's love and faithfulness, and it carried with it both blessings and responsibilities. Deuteronomy 28, with its emphasis on blessings and curses, served as a constant reminder of the terms of this covenant. It underscored the Israelites' dependence on God and the importance of remaining faithful to their end of the agreement. This concept of covenant lays the groundwork for understanding the deeper theological implications of Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28, while rooted in a specific historical context, carries a timeless message that transcends time and culture. It reminds us that our choices have consequences. Obedience to God's law brings blessings, not just material, but also spiritual, leading to a life of purpose and fulfillment. Conversely, disobedience to God's law leads to pain, suffering, and separation from Him. This principle holds true for individuals and nations alike. When we align our lives with God's will, we experience the fullness of His blessings. However, when we choose our own way, we reap the bitter harvest of our sin. Deuteronomy 28 also points us to the ultimate fulfillment of the covenant in Jesus Christ. He is the ultimate example of obedience, the one who bore the curses of our disobedience, so that we might receive the blessings of his righteousness. In him, the promises of Deuteronomy 28 find their fullest expression, offering hope and life to all who believe. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.